personally, for me, I prefer the old style, or the one that has roots. My first reasoning is it's combat tested. When you look at the history, it's been done during World War II. And if you do Largamano, it's been done during the Spanish time. For some reason, well, let's go with the positive first that I like. And that's the reason why, because I know for a fact it's been used in combat. That's why I like it. It's very simple. There's no complex movement. It's straightforward. You know, how do you write an A? There's a way you write an A. No fancy, you know. And then the way it's being taught, you're not only learning the art, you're learning adult values of life that you can use on a daily basis. Like how to be patient, how to really take the training seriously, where it takes you, maybe a person nowadays will learn it in one day. While during the old days, if you want to really make it right, it takes you 6 months to a year. And because it takes longer, but you get it perfect. It's almost like when we go on the road there. I mean, we went to your city, your old stone from a long, long time ago. There's no potholes in there. It was done correctly, maybe years before it was finished, but it still exists up to now. There's no problem. Nowadays, you can make a road in one day. 6 months later, after a hard rain, there's potholes. No, that's the way I see it. And the old ways really, it mentors you. You become part of the family. The grandmasters will now look at you as one of their sons, maybe. They trust you with the art. And they actually, there's the bending that you're not going to use it to harm other people. Some of these masters, maybe before them, fought during the war and they never talked about it. But then you don't see them out in the streets killing people because they learned it the old way.
So the old way would be to protect yourself.
Protect yourself, protect your family.
Protect your country.
Protect your country, correct. It's very important. But that's the one I like. The one I like about the modern, though, is we develop new ways of teaching. You know, how do you write an A? Maybe there's a better way to stroke your pen to understand it. And then the new one find holes on the old one that may counter. That's why this lineage becomes bigger and bigger. Heyrosa will change again maybe 5-10 years from now. This old system will probably change too. That's what's good about modern. The one thing I don't like about the modern, and we go with this life, is they create some new ones that never been tested. And will you really put your life, let's say we go to war, will you really put that technique to a test that you know hasn't been proven? Maybe let's just say firearms, location of firearms, if it's never been tested. Do you want to, something like that, right?
I don't think that many of the modern guys learning FMA think about that. I think most of them are like it because maybe it's like a hobby for them.
Yes.
So they don't think so deep.
And I think that's the one reason, because again, when the old style is being done, it's more, I'm teaching you this so you can protect your family, and then you can pass it on to the next generation to protect the family.
Yes.
Nowadays, like, well, I'm learning this so I can have fun.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, well, that is one thing that I like, because every time I go to see GMO and learn, he tells me, did you learn it? Because if not, you still have to work out. But he won't give me one technique. So he goes, if you, from this place, and you're walking back to your hotel, and somebody attacked you, I expect you that what I taught you right now, you should be able to execute and maybe make it to your hotels. But nowadays they don't do that. They just throw in stuff in there, and I mean, unfortunately I've seen a lot of practitioners that do that. Some of them, they even, and we talked about this, and I'm a knife killing machine expert. Then I look away instead, I'm like, you're not even gonna last 30 seconds. All you need is one click, but if you don't get that one click, nothing happens. In Sarada's practitioner, when we fight Sarada, then I go like this. Sarada's the same way. If the person doesn't hit, Sarada doesn't fight. You just go, come on, you're gonna hit? We're waiting, come on, let's go. Hit me. Sarada is not designed to attack. Problem with Sarada, once you attack them, they will attack. Heyrosa will wait. But the thing about Heyrosa is, let's say we're fighting. Heyrosa will just, come on, buddy. Here you go, to get that click. Here you go. We'll give it. Right? The key point now the reason why I'm saying is, you need to learn some sort of Vargamana. I call it foundation. You need to have a base. If you have a base, all you have to do is keep stacking up until it becomes a full, let's say, building, before you can stack another foundation. What happens is, people tend to collect all these arts, so you have a foundation, but nothing is being built. So you have let's say you're building a town, no building has been done, but holes of foundation, but there's no building. And at the end of the day, these people now have been practicing for 20 years, and they go to a guy who just learned, let's say, a year ago, but he just scraped 1 year, and he looks better from this guy. And then the question is always like, I'm sorry, but you wasted 20 years of FMA, and you learned nothing. You know a lot, but unfortunately.
So it would be important for the future of the FMA not to try to build new styles, but more to get the old ones in the foreground and to push the old ones and propagate and have many more people do the Balindara and the Heyrosa and the Barroso. So these styles get more followers, and then they can understand what real FMA is.
I mean, they can find a new way of teaching the material, but the end result still needs to be a building. Let's say Heyrosa is a building, and you found a way how to make a building. At the end of the day, it's a building, not a chicken. So again, the modern way of teaching, I encourage, because I am teaching modernly. But I know how to teach the old way. The problem is the new generation now has no patience on the old way. Unfortunately, the old way doesn't give certificates. I got a certificate. In reality, the only reason why I got one because I asked for it. The group actually, all the people here in my group, I'm the only one who has one. It's because I believe that it's necessary for me because I am out of the country. In the Philippines, actually, when you learn, it doesn't matter. But I asked for it. All of them have a written document that says you are the successor of Heyrosa and Cuerdas. Then their names are listed, but it doesn't say, like mine, it says, Paul is a certified instructor. For you guys who are still thinking the old way of not getting that, later on in life you might need it. You might as well ask for it, but that's not to prove that you know the art. Proving the art, you have to show it.
Okay, so maybe we finish with Heyrosa, talking about anybody who wants to learn it, they can contact you, or maybe they can contact when they're new.
Yes.
Kevin, right?
Kevin,
come over here. Show your face. Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Kevin, also from Germany, close to Thomas in Heidelberg. And yes,
Everybody who wants to learn Heyrosa,
yeah, they can contact even Antokin Akko or me, Kevin Boschak. Yes.
and then via email or
Yeah, via email, via Facebook, that shouldn't be a problem. The email is.
so they should find you on
Yes,
Facebook.
yeah, they should find me, so that's no problem.
Okay. Good.
So basically, I'm in Facebook too. I call it HDC, distance learning, because when COVID happened, is when I start pushing for the Zoom class. Honestly, Kevin, he just told me, he learned from me through Zoom, 2 sessions. I mean, 2 cycles of sessions. This is actually the first time I've met him, and it does work. But there's still that fine-tuning that needs to be done in addition to the Zoom class. I'm not saying you can all do Zoom and you can call yourself an expert in Heyrosa. It's not going to happen. You still need to have classroom or one-on-one training. And that's the reason why I'm here. And I really thank you, Kevin, for taking a chance, and also for you to open your gym. And me being here, you don't even know what the heck Heyrosa is. You go, who the hell is this guy? So I really appreciate you about that. But I think showing this will be a good addition to people's art. If we go back again, if you have a good foundation, you should be able to pick this thing up pretty easily.
So I hope maybe some people got interested via our interview.
Yes.
For the Heyrosa style, and hopefully they contact you
Or contact anybody.
anybody. Yeah, you can contact me too.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be a good family here.
Yes.
So I can feel it already.
Yeah, I think this is what's good about the modern development too, right?
Yes.
So what we already talked about is that everybody comes together and tries to support each other.
Correct.
We should keep that.
Yep. Yeah. I agree 100%.
Okay.